Great to see you from wherever you're watching us. Thanks for joining us on the Thursday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, of course, we'll be your eyes and your ears tonight as we monitor the game currently going on between Benin Republic and Nigeria. Of course, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to tell you that Benin Republic currently leads the Super Eagles of Nigeria by a lone goal, courtesy of a goal scored early in the first half. Second half is about to begin. We'll do our best to let you in on whatever is going on there at the Offiong Stadium in Abidjan, where the game is currently going on. Other matches have been played. We'll also talk about that on the show. We will talk about an exhibition bout that is making everybody talk. I mean, talk about a 55-year-old boxer who's still getting a lot of people excited. They say it's an exhibition bout, but of course the boxers in there say, look, we're here for serious business. We will also talk about things happening here in Nigeria, the aftermath of the National Youth Games. We will also talk about, of course, football on the domestic scene. Then again, we'll also look at, give you a slice of basketball and travel abroad. Claudio Ranieri is back. He's back. Of course, he's back with Roma. We'll talk about that all for you. There's also the ATP finals currently going on. We'll give you a slice of that as well, time permitting. That's the outlook of the show tonight. Of course, get things going, let me quickly introduce our guest in the Lagos studio. Bolu Omoni joins us now. Bolu, greetings to you. Thanks for finding time to be with us on the show tonight. I don't know what to say. I thought I would be in a brighter mood, but hey, we have a job to do. Bolu, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, good to be here again. Well, let me add a spice to the bad news. Yeah, they are down by a goal, but the good news is they already qualified irrespective of what happens to the game, thanks to the 1-0 win by Libya over Rwanda. So even if the Super Eagles lose 100-0 today, they would have got qualification to Morocco. Benin are the ones who need to win to qualify. So that's the good of it, but we just need to win to send them a message ahead of the World Cup qualifiers, likely at the same venue.
All right. So that's the information that I probably should have started with. But of course, if you're also thinking about a World Cup, you will know that games like this, irrespective of what has happened before, matters a lot. You would want the Super Eagles to go away, win matches, especially with what we're currently in, talking about the World Cup qualifiers. But we'll see. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We'll see whether the Super Eagles will be able to salvage something from that game. Bolu, you saw the first half. Your thoughts? I, for one, I'm a big fan of Nwabali, the goalkeeper. But that's not the kind of goal you expect a first-choice goalkeeper to be conceding. I might cut him some slack, poor defending. But, I mean, for me, is that the fears, some of the things we thought we had forgotten, some of the things within the last 2 years, talk about goalkeeping crisis. Nwabali came, we stopped talking about that. But when you see the type of goal we conceded today, it's scary, really.
Well, to make it... To call it one word, what they are calling him already on social media as in one basket.
Wow.
Just shows how bad that goal was. It was a header. Like you rightly said, terrible defending. It was a short corner kick. Then two players didn't know what to do. They didn't know who to mark. And they lost their man and boom, they crossed in the ball. Nobody was taking on the... Well, half of the squad for Benin Republic and Nigeria. So they know us well. The coach had coached Nigeria before. Sent in the cross. Free header, nobody to disturb the attacker. Nobody should mark, nothing. And Nwabali felt he caught the ball. But the ball hit his hand, went under his leg and boom to the back of the net. And since then, that was around 12 minutes a day. It's been all about Benin Republic. Nigeria has a very, very good first 10 minutes. They are good attempts. By the way, officiating in Africa is still very, very poor. Poor offside. Remember, the last two games Nigeria played, there's been offside calls that were wrong, that were terrible, that were wrong calls. Then this time something similar happened again. But unfortunately for Osimhen, he had an attempt that he wished could have been offside, but he missed the pure.
And on your screen is what has happened. On the strength of this result, Nigeria qualified even without kicking a ball today. Libya went to Rwanda, got a result. That's what you do. That's what you need to do. But again, Bolu quite rightly stated it. Benin Republic needs this game, and it shows from the results. Whether or not the fact that we had qualified even before stepping to the pitch is affecting the Eagles, I really cannot say. But for what we saw in the first half, especially after that goal, it looked like their heads were down. But we hope they pick it up in the second half. And trust us, if anything happens, we will quickly go back to the stadium in Abidjan to tell you what's currently going on. But as it is, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are trailing. It must be said, of course, we have to provide the balance. They have qualified already for the Nations Cup. All right, my colleague Austin Okonakpan is ready. And so, Austin, greetings to you. Another day to talk sports.
What a greetings to you, Yemi, and of course, our viewers joining us from different parts of the world. Still an action-packed world of sports. I'm watching that game between Benin Republic and Nigeria. First things first, congratulations to the Super Eagles for qualifying for next year's AFCON. But, Yemi, it's just a clear indication of what I talked about the last time, that they need to start playing purposeful football, convincing football, just so the fans can, be rest assured that this is the darling Super Eagles that they know. But I think they'll come back in this one. That's just trying to get their reading and then see ways to, control the game in second half. Let's just hope that they do that when the game resumes.
All right, let's hope they do that. But Bolu talked about something off camera, and so let me get you into it. I know you're doing your best. You're with us, and your mind also in Abidjan. But talk about the player combinations. It appears like we're beginning to favor having, because he worked at the Nations Cup and Coach Guevon has reverted to that, 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, 2 players in the middle, and of course you're having 3 people up front, the low man always struggling, always chasing the balls. So the question is, can't we have more people in the midfield, get the player combination? Some will say, for instance, why can't Dele Bashiru and Alex Iwobi play together in the midfield? Why are we trying to make Wilfred Ndidi a 10 sometimes? Some of those questions, and if you're playing 3 centre-backs against Benin, it just shows you are afraid of conceding goals, and you've already conceded. So those are questions that begs for answers. I don't know if you see, you agree with some of those, assertions.
I see it here, and I totally agree, because in the last 3 years, we've been looking for options in midfield, and if Dele Bashiru is showing that he can actually fit into this team, because whenever he plays, he shows us those sparks of brilliance that we want to see. Is useful with the ball. Keep Wilfred Ndidi where we know him to be. I think he's a vital holding midfielder. Maybe because of what they are seeing him do at his club side, they're trying to experiment. Wilfred Ndidi, remember, was not part of the AFCON setup. So whatever they're trying to do now, it's going to be faulty. But because these guys are professionals, the coach can just say, okay, do this, and they go out there and try to do it. But if it's not working, then you must change it. That's the tactical discipline we always talk about. For instance, you mentioned Iwobi. I'd like to see what Iwobi can do with his style of Dele Bashiru, with Wilfred Ndidi going at the back and going forward when he can, actually do it. But then again, you must know that you have an Ademola Lookman, and then sometimes he can even play Moses Simon, who can also be doing those runs. And that's why he's trying not to pack it up in midfield. But that's a worry for the coach, because the fans will just watch the game, and then we as analysts will come here and analyze it. So these claims are valid. The coach must find a way to use the tools that he's got. Don't just say, okay, this worked for us at the AFCON, let's try it again. What if we bring something else and then it works, then we find a way to perfect it? So yes, these are concerns that I talked about the last time on the show, that they need to start playing purposeful football. And Coach Austin Eguavon must find a way to achieve that just before the AFCON, Yemi.
Yeah, Bolu, I'm giving you a chance to say what you said before we came on set, and which makes a lot of sense to me. If the worry is that we're going to concede goals, which we've already done, if the worry is that we're going to leave spaces behind us, if the wing backs, Olaino and Bruno goes forward, you feel that those guys have the engine to do both bust down the flanks and still be available to defend. So should we be worried?
And the funny part is we choked the wings, thinking, oh, we have more than enough option. And every attempt the Benin Republic have had, I've been going down the wings. I mean, the midfield is available. Like Austin Riley said, picking from there, I still don't know why we can't try both of them together. Dele Bashiru is showing I have what it takes. It will be now, over the years, we've seen that he can defend well, better. He's not a DM, but he's a midfielder that can fall back as well. It means he can help a bit in the D. Let Dele Bashiru be the man bumping forward. At least, I don't even mind having a 4-2-3-1 formation. Let Dele Bashiru and Iwobi play together. They are not all that, but they are the best creative players we have. It's not a situation of either or. We can play both of them together. I don't think there's any crime in that. And starting Kelechi Iheanacho, I didn't know the inspiration behind that. Starting him as a right winger, that for me was also a negative impact in the game because his position was very clear. I think Olaino and Bruno Yemechi, both of them have what it takes to run down the flanks, go forward, and defend 90 minutes without getting tired. So I agree with this group of we don't need 3 centre-backs, at least not against Benin Republic. We can be scared of Egypt. We can be scared of Senegal, Morocco, and some of those top. Not Benin, but yes, they beat us the last time with back three as well. So why are we still playing back three against them? Why not bombard their team? Why not put all your effort in the midfield and on the attack? No matter how bad the striker is, if he sees 100 attempts, he'll score one.
Yeah.
It means put more pressure on their. They are chilling. Right. That's why they can be sending the balls to the wings and attack the Nigerian defense.
Yeah, and they're making it look too easy. All right, let's move on. Other results. Let's quickly. I'll go across the screen in a bit. Show you some of the other results. We talk about it, but trust us, our producer is on top of things. If anything happens, we will let you know. But I'm going to go across in a bit, talk about the other results in the African Cup of Nations, the qualifiers. So I'll go across now. And other results from today, Madagascar. I mean, this is what you need to do if you're a big team. No excuses. Officiating is not as we want it to be, but yet no excuses. Carthage Eagles of Tunisia went to Madagascar, beat them 3-2. I mean, the result is all that matters. Scoreline sometimes doesn't really matter. Lesotho defeated Central African Republic by a lone goal. That's in Group B. The one we referenced earlier is in Group A. Then in Group E, Equatorial Guinea and Algeria, I mean, share of the spoils, no goal, was goalless in that one. Let's look at other results. All for you. Nigeria Republic hammering, defeating Sudan 4-2. South Sudan, not really known for football, but here they showed that they can really play the round letter game. And of course, they defeated Congo 3-2. These are results from matches played in the qualifiers for the Africa Cup of Nations. Interesting results here, and of course we will be monitoring what's happening with the Super Eagles to let you in on everything. And so, Bolu, quickly, because we have other things to talk about, very exciting things to talk about next. But do you think this result? Because for me, that's the worry. We've qualified, yes. We're going to play this team again. So, do you think losing this game is damaging for morale?
Yeah, I think it is. Winning this match is supposed to send a message to them ahead of the World Cup qualifiers that yes, you defeated us in the first leg. Now you guys are in trouble.
Come here.
Nigeria are getting back. First 4 games at the World Cup qualifiers, only 3 points. But 4 games at the World Cup final, at the AFCON qualifiers, 10 points. Then winning this game sends a direct message to them that Super Eagles are back. People are already talking about them. Even those that actually say, I know they watch those Super Chicken. Now they are getting interested in watching the Super Eagles. That's what a message in this game will send to people that these guys are back. Yes, I know there's one more game at the Gospel Park Stadium. That one they are expected to win, and incidentally, they will still play the same team for the World Cup qualifiers. But we need to send a message to Benin and let them know that you will lose. Yes, the last time they came to Nigeria, where they will play the second leg at the World Cup qualifiers, it was 3-0. But this one in Benin Republic win increases their confidence ahead of the World Cup. So that's why I think they should win this one. At least get a draw and let them know that we are not losing. I think they can still come back in the second half. I saw Moses Simon coming on in the second half. We put small pressure on them for that. So I think they should still score. Whether they win or not is a different ball game at time. But I think the Eagles would score in this second half.
All right. So let's move on the show and talk about this man involved in an exhibition boxing bout. We all grew up knowing him. We referenced him. We talked about him. He was a legend. We're all babbing his hairstyle. And it's surprising that we're still talking about him in his 50s. And people still reckon with the fact that he still packs a heavy punch in those hands. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, of course, was a face-off there ahead of their bout. I mean, also, let me come to you quickly. A lot of people are saying a lot of things, but we all agree that Tyson still packs a punch. Whether or not he can last a lot of rounds left to be seen. But it's also, I mean, people are saying this is nothing more than an exhibition. But Tyson is saying, look, this is serious for me.
That's Iron Mike Tyson for you, you know. He's very passionate about the sport of boxing, absolute legend. That's why everyone is saying, what is Jake Paul doing? But shout out to Jake Paul, you know, even building up to the weight to fight Mike Tyson and everything he has done to even promote the fights. I don't like talking about this sort of fight, but when it involves an absolute legend like Iron Mike Tyson, we don't have a choice. We must talk about it. So let's just wait to see what will come out of this one. But I think both gentlemen have done a good job in promoting this fight. I even hear people saying that we should give a big shout out to Jake Paul for, you know, putting some glamour into boxing, you know, with all of this exhibition fights. So let's just hope that it's the sort of fight that we can come, you know, and talk about it because of the quality that we see in it. But I mean, no belts up for grabs, no clouds chasing with this one. It's just all prestige. Iron Mike Tyson is a big name. Jake Paul is someone who is using his name also and his personality to, you know, get more conversations going. So yeah, I mean, definitely this one will get us talking. Mike Tyson has shown over and over again with his sparring sessions that he still got the quality. I was watching a reel on IG where he was doing his sparring session and then he actually gave someone a knockout to the punch, you know. So yeah, that's Tyson. Let's just hope that it won't be a drab exhibition fight, and we've seen that over and over again. So if you guys say you actually want to fight and the fans are paying so much to come watch it, then let it actually live up to expectations.
I hope it does. All right, let's quickly listen to, of course, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul promoting that fight. Then, of course, after that, we'll look at comparison of both fighters. I mean, I already have it behind me here. Maybe I'll just quickly do that, talk about them before we listen to both fighters. Tail of the tape is what we call it in comparison. We try to contrast these two. I can't call them boxers. One is a boxer, the other just a YouTuber, but it's become so popular now. Nickname, Iron Mike. For, of course, Jake Paul, he's the problem child. Talking about their age, I mean, Tyson could easily be the father of this young man. Tyson is 58. Jake Paul is 27. I mean, you look at the height, he's taller than Tyson. Tyson is 5'10". Jake Paul is 6'1". The reach could be an issue, but people will tell you Jake Paul is not a professional boxer. 71 inches for Tyson, 76 for Jake Paul. For Tyson, he's orthodox. The stance, and of course, Jake Paul the same. I mean, look at Tyson's record, intimidating. Of his 50 wins, 44 via knockouts. And of course, I mean, Jake Paul too has had, he's knocked out a few opponents, but what are their names? That's what you will say. Tyson was a former undisputed champion. For Jake Paul, he has never stepped into the ring professionally. He's just done some of the stuff. All right, we need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, we'll listen to the two guys, of course, Jake Paul and, of course, Mike Tyson. We share our thoughts on that. Then, of course, we talk about some of the other things happening in your fast-paced, money-spinning world of sports.
I'm just ready to fight. You know, I've said everything I had to say. There's nothing else to say. I'm just looking forward to fighting. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm back, yeah.
You're the star.
I'm just happy to be here. I love you, too. Thank you.
Yeah, it's cute. You know, I fear no man, so I want him to be that old savage Mike. He says he's gonna kill me. Is that what you're gonna do, Mike? Because I'm ready. I want that killer. I want the hardest match possible Friday night, and I want there to be no excuses from everyone at home when I knock him out. So is that what you're gonna bring, Homicidal?
It just looks like he's baiting Mike Tyson, and Tyson wasn't going to fall for that. And look, forgive me. I mean, Jake Paul looks like somebody who is already thinking about the YouTube views, the money he's going to get. I don't know if Bolu agrees. Can Mike Tyson still be the savage Mike Tyson we used to know 35 years ago? I don't know. But we've seen boxers. I mean, we saw what happened with Roy Jones the last time. Said, look, this guy still has it. But, I mean, he kept himself away from that. I don't know if Jake Paul is going to be able to do that.
Well, despite keeping himself away, he still had pains after I said he was never going to get into the ring with him. The truth is, Tyson's heat can never be 50 kg anymore. But I'm sure he'll still be around 30 kg. And that enough can kill almost anybody.
So
when
he lands a combination.
I've seen videos of Mike Tyson in training. His speed is not 100% like he used to be, but still around 60-70%, which makes him still dangerous. Dangerous for someone that is not an elite boxer. I don't think Jake Paul is wise enough to run around the ring all through 90 minutes in football, all through the rounds. But if Tyson should get close, and we know Tyson's reach is too long for someone his height. What he knows how to do well is he can stretch. So if he gets close to you, I don't think he can take as much punches as he used to when he was younger. But the question is, does Jake Paul have what it takes to receive a hard punch from Mike Tyson? Because he's still a bit fast. And that's where the worry is for Jake Paul. I want to believe his team would have told him, avoid him. But you can't avoid him for every round. There will still be moments where Tyson will come at you. But if he does, do you have what it takes to receive 30, maybe 40 kg of what his punch can still take for now? That's the worry for Jake Paul. I don't think he has a chance. Like Riley said, it still feels like if he gets knocked out, he'll put that video on his YouTube channel and show everybody, oh, look at this. But I hope he'll be able to recover if he ends up losing this fight with punches.
All right. So let me use to Austin. I mean, they want us to believe it's not all about the YouTube views. We'll see if that's the case. But Austin, Ed, final thoughts on this one before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is what it is. Just an exhibition. You know, boxing bouts, but this guy, Mike Tyson, been there, done that. I think you made a good point with that fight that we saw him do with Roy Jones and his movements, the uppercut he was throwing, you know, his jabs. That's Tyson for you. He's just showing us once again that class is permanent. But when I looked at the tail of the tape, Jake Paul looks decent, particularly his reach, you know. And this is somebody who, when he's out there with his exhibition bout, he doesn't joke with it. Look at him right there. And I've said he's done a great job with promoting it, but we know what it is with Iron Mike Tyson. If he goes out there, does his thing, one punch, we might just be looking for Jake Paul for 3 months, you know. So let's just hope that Tyson, you know, keep it cool, do the normal fair play thing, give us an exhibition bout, but one that is good enough to get us talking. And then give viewers some value for their money. I'm expecting a good bout.
All right. Also, let me allow you to do the honors. You've always talked about this lady who's made Nigeria proud, done a lot for us in table tennis. And of course, she's called time on her career. We'll talk about Offiong Edem on the show tonight. Let me allow you to do the honors. Let our viewers know that she has brought the curtain down on our career.
I mean, when I saw that announcement on social media, I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I need to call Edem Offiong to find out what's going on. But hey, it's a career. She knows, you know, how much she can give, and she thinks that she's giving just enough. She's a 5-time Olympian, and she wrote in that post that as a proud 5-time Olympian, I bid farewell to the national team. It's time to explore new horizons and nurture young table tennis talents, inspiring the next generation to surpass my achievements. I think that's what I like about, you know, this announcement. She wants to inspire young table tennis players and see ways that they can even be better than her. So shout out to Edem Offiong. We saw her at the last Olympics in Paris. Didn't particularly go the way she wanted, but we must commend her on her consistency and the level of motivation she's giving to upcoming players such as Fatima Bello and some of the girls who have gone on to do big things. So I've seen her do a bit of tournaments here and there in Cross River State. So I think that's what she wants to focus her career on. Shout out to Edem Offiong and everything she has done for the development of table tennis in Nigeria. We're definitely going to miss her, but she has told us that she's not going. She wants to develop young talent, and I just hope that she will get all of the support that she can get to make that happen. Abolu, when Funke Oshanaike left, she was part of the 7th club, attended 7th Olympics. I was thinking that Edem Offiong can actually go all the way, but she's done 5, and she's saying, I'm done. Let me go and develop young talent.
Well, like they say in sports, when it's time to retire, you know yourself. Your body tells you. Some persons may retire at 50, some may retire at 30, but your body will tell you that, dude, it's time for you to step down. So she made the right call. And the most important thing for me in her statement was she wants to inspire the next generation, which shows she's not a selfish person, which shows she's someone who wants to pass across the things she has learned, the experiences and everything. We saw how many thought, Segun Toriola is going. We saw Aruna Kodri. Aruna Kodri is going. We are seeing the Immortals and the like. That's one thing we want to see, even though there are worries of what happens next. But at least some next are here. We wish we can see the same thing in the women's game. The likes of Bose Kafo's generation left, Oshunake left. Now we are having Offiong Edem living. Hopefully there are many generations after. And she said the point blank, I want to be a part of the next generation. It's, when you are done, sometimes people don't remember you for what you did as an athlete. They remember you more for the things you did after retirement. We have loads of examples of people like that who got themselves involved. We are talking about Segun Toriola, for example, coaching or leading the team to an event. These are the kind of things we call impact. And I hope she continues from there and there. When we talk about, Edem was a great player, we also talk about her as a great inspiration to the next table tennis stars.
All right. Interesting one there. Wish her all the best. All right, let's move on the show. Still talking about the youths, the young people. Let's talk about what has happened in Lagos State in the aftermath of the National Youth Games. The governor of Lagos, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has rewarded Team Lagos athletes for their outstanding performance at the 8th National Youth Games in Asaba, Delta State. At a reception held at the Banquet Hall, Lagos House, the governor was represented by his deputy, Obafemi Hamzat, announced a cash reward of 300,000 for gold medalist, 150,000 for silver medalist, and 100,000 for bronze medalist, while all the athletes received 50,000 naira each. The coaches were not left out. They were also rewarded for their efforts in ensuring that it was a good outing for Lagos. This will allow you listen to some of the sound bites. We'll come to talk some more on the just concluded National Youth Games.
Lagos set examples. You can see that these are actually children. In a lot of other states, we do some nonsense. It's unnecessary. So these are our youths, these are our kids. And that's the only way we can truly develop sports and passion. So Lagos, there is no mathematical. So my young ones, my advice to you is simple. Your attitude determines your altitude. You have the government, you appreciate you appreciate the parents, you appreciate our sponsors, and you appreciate the coaches. And because we do that, I'm going to announce some little things that will give everyone. So for those who have goals, sports commission, you must write the names of everybody. Take this number so that we can find a way to have maybe $2 and send it to account for them. So everybody that has gold will get 200,000. So whether you win gold, silver, bronze, or you don't win anything, you participate in the regular state, you get 50,000.
On behalf of myself and the entire team Lagos, I extend our appreciation to His Excellency, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Mr. Kagwe country of our fellow artisans for the opportunity given to us to represent Lagos State, and also for organizing this registration party for us. This will encourage us to perform better in our future sports events. God bless Mr. Governor of Lagos State. God bless Lagos State. God bless Nigeria, and God bless God. Thank you.
Very excited young lad, appreciative of the governor. And of course, you listen to the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, so Bafemi Amzat, of course, speaking the mind of the governor, appreciating the athletes and wishing them all the best. All right, so I believe just a word on that. We're pressed for time, but at least a word on that. It's a good way to go. Lagos has always talked about discovering and nurturing talents. I mean, one of the states who don't appear desperate when it comes to National Sports Festival and all that. They're always talking about, look, we are more into development than winning at all costs.
Well, better than nothing. I would have thought for kids, scholarship would have been brilliant.
Would suffice.
Yeah, but at least it's better to get something than to get nothing. Just I didn't like all the politicizing of everything, using children to do this. But at least, like I said, it's better than nothing. They could have just, thank you very much for coming, representing Lagos. God bless you, and move on from there. Yeah, a handshake. Presidential handshake. So it's better than nothing, and I like that they give even those that didn't get anything. So persons abandon non-medalists completely, just like, okay, Team Lagos, you went and you came. So these ones they also appreciated those who went and then pick up any medal. So good one, win-win for them. I hope we didn't forget them. I hope beyond celebrating and giving them gifts, we still remember these guys are athletes. We have Lagos State events regularly, all sports. I hope these guys will continue to nurture them. Those that are footballers among them, put them into academies. Those that are wrestlers among them, groom them. It's beyond now. Lagos State can be the hub for sports in Nigeria, but it doesn't start and end with National Youth Games. It goes way, way beyond that.
All right, so let's move on to the show now and talk some basketball as we talk about Nigeria Premier Basketball League Final 8. And of course, it's going down in Rivers State, and exciting times are ahead. So let's, let me yield to Austin before we take some reactions. It's good that we're having it. We could talk all day about all the things we don't want, but at least it's good we're having this one.
Yeah, I like the fact that you stuttered a bit. What's saying it's good that we're having it, because this isn't where our basketball should be. We shouldn't just be patching it up. So yeah, I understand when we struggle to talk about it because we want proper league basketball in Nigeria. We've always said it that that's the system, that's the structure if we ever want to develop our basketball. So yes, we have this one. I don't even know if I can call it a bridge, but yes, we're going to be having the Final 8, and it will be done in Port Harcourt. Barrister Chris Green is known with football, but he runs sports in Rivers State. He's excited that the Nigeria Basketball Premier League Final 8 will be coming to Port Harcourt. Let's listen to him on the show tonight.
First, I think history is being made now, because you recall that we did host the last Final 8 just about a year ago, and we're hosting again. It was thrown open for bids, and if we will not be ready, even at the slightest or the shortest period of time, we will not have thrown in a bid. We had the best bid. Even at that, they still had to go into voting, as it were. Our bid was the best. I can say it, because we went heads and shoulders higher than all comers. Some had joint bids. Some tried to see how they can get it done. But we, on our own, we considered a whole lot of things, and we now said we are bidding 11,200,000 for MBBF and 5 million to participating teams as rebate for their accommodation. We will provide vehicles for them, buses for them, to carry them to and back from training, and as well as for the games. It will be stationed with them all through the period. Security, some sundry amount for the trophies and all other things that could be given at the end of the event. And so, from my knowledge, from what I was told, nobody came near us, nobody came close to us, not anybody. Maybe they could have come close by the amounts they were to give MBBF. We're also going to take care of referees, and then also the MBBF officials that will be here. So all on our expenses and all that. So nobody came close. The best they could come was the amount to be given to MBBF, 11 million. Nobody thought about the visiting teams, because we took into consideration the hardship in the country. And ours is to see how we can help develop the game, and encourage people to come and play this game, encourage clubs and all whatnot, develop the game. Of course, you know that basketball in Nigeria now could be seen as maybe the second sport to football.
Really, you're talking about the logistics, the plannings, and the sort of support that Rivers State can give to the MBPL Final 8. Just want to wish them all the best. Without Gabolo to talk about that, but let's just give you a quick update what's going on in that game between Benin Republic and Nigeria. We're now in the 76th minute, and it's still Benin Republic 1, Nigeria 0. I see Alex Iwobi just being replaced by Victor Boniface. Also, Ralph Oyedika and Moses Simon has been introduced. So Gabriel Osho and Kelechi Iheanacho has left the game. It's pretty frustrating for the Super Eagles because they can't seem to put their passes together. So they're going long, and it's not getting to either Victor Osimhen or Ademola Lookman. So Benin Republic is finding a way to contain them. And Yemi Ambolu, this isn't the sort of play that we want from the team. We need to keep beating this sort of Benin Republic team to instill confidence as we get ready for the AFCON and our position to find a way to consolidate it for qualification to the World Cup.
Well, the Achilles heel for Gabon has always been his substitutions. We've been clamoring for arguably our best midfielder, presently talking about Fisao Dele Bashiru, and he's brilliantly chilling on the bench, and 3 players have come on. But let's see whether it will be the 4th one. But I'm still hopeful for at least a goal in this game. But you have to put the ball into the back of it. We have 2 of the most exciting strikers in world football now. If you can't get a goal with both of them on the pitch, well, I don't know where the goals will come from.
I mean, the job of the coach is to fix problems, and it doesn't look like. I mean, the momentum, that the team had when Iguavon, it's lost now because, I told you before we came on, said that most Nigerians are skeptic. And now, those few games, they're like, okay, something is. But you see, if we are stuck in this kind of position that you're playing against Benin Republic, you have Victor Osimhen, okay, what else do you need? You have Victor Boniface, you have this place, and you can't beat Benin Republic.
A team we've beaten 14 times in 18.
And if we're doing this, then let's forget about the World Cup qualifiers. Are you going to go to South Africa and beat them in South Africa this way? Well, it's not a Super Eagles show, it's a sports show. Let's move on. And we're pressed for time, by the way. And still talking basketball because we have to go back to that. Maybe some other time we'll give you, but, probably quickly take a look at the groups so you understand when we talk about the fixtures. I'm very sure it's going to come up on your screen. Group A and Group B, if we can quickly. Okay, we'll probably do that some other time and tell you about the results. Maybe we'll just put all of that together tomorrow. All right, that's it on your screen. You have Boko City Chiefs, you have Police Beton, you have Hoopson Reed and Kano Pillars in Group A. Then in Group B, you have Rivers Hoopers, you have Gombe Bulls, you have Niles University and the Kwara Falcons in the final 8. Then the games that have been played, Boko City Chiefs beating Police Baton 82-50. Niles University defeating the Kwara Falcons 62-45. Houston Reed defeating Canopilas 73-66. It was close. Rivers Hoopers beating Gombe Bulls 87-54. Matches we play tomorrow. You have Police Baton up against Upson Reed. You have Gobi Bulls up against Nile University. Boko City Chiefs will be taking on Kano Pillars. Of course, it's a sports club. Choir Falcons will be up against Rivers Hoopers. Those are the matches to expect tomorrow. All right. But before we go, the man in the news is, of course, Claudio Ranieri. Just if man goes on break for 2 months, he's chilling somewhere, a club in trouble comes for his service. This time is his beloved Roma. He is back. Since Mourinho is trouble here and there, Daniel De Rossi tried to steady the ship, got booted out. His replacement also getting booted out. But now you have Claudio Ranieri. What do you make? He probably still has something to offer.
I don't know when Ranieri will retire. He's retired like 100 times, and they always find ways to bring him out. Since Mourinho left, he's the third manager. Like Riley said, Daniel De Rossi balanced a bit. First maybe 10, 15 games. They had a poor start to the season. Jury didn't even last up to 13th. He got sacked after 12. Ranieri, I'm sure, it will be there till the end of the season. I think it will stay. Roma have been poor against literally anybody. The last one was the final straw, losing at home 3-2 to Bologna. So I think Ranieri will find a way to balance there. Fortunately, there's international break. So he has a breath of fresh air to understand some of the players, especially those that didn't go on the international break. And let's see how far he will build up from there. I think for now, it's just balance. I don't even think they're thinking of trophy or continent for now. Just balance things. If you cannot make it at the conference league that they won with Mourinho, or even qualify for Europa League, I'm sure they'll be satisfied. But the first thing right now has to be steady the ship. We are done sinking. All
right, steady the ship. Don't let us go further down. Also, your parting shot, I know you have your mind, your heart with the Super Eagles, but of course, we're about to go. Your thoughts on Claudio Ranieri, and hopefully, maybe while you're speaking, an update from the game involving the Super Eagles and Benin Republic.
Claudio Ranieri, when I heard the news, I was like, he's 73. You should go and ask Roy Hodgson what happened when he tried the same thing. But, it might just be, the antidote that Roma needs. He understands Italian football so well. And I think he will go with some, fatherly, we call it papas, some papas moves into Roma and see how he can, bring some stability to the team. Quick look what's going on with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 76th minute now, and it's still Benin Republic 1, Nigeria 0. Quite frustrating.
Austin, let me interrupt you quickly. It's 1-1 now. Nigeria's got to go. Victor Osimhen got Nigeria level in that one. So we have to say that the world has to know Nigeria back on level terms now, and we'll see what happens in that game. So, Austin, let me allow you to wrap things up, but it's 1-1 as we speak.
Just a bit of bleach, and right there, as you were talking about it, I started saying the goal. So that's it, Victor Osimhen just leveled it up for the Super Eagles. The fans love it. I love it too, because this is the game that we shouldn't be losing. So it's Benin Republic 1, Nigeria 1. That's it. In London, I'm Austin Okonakman. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
All right, it's a wrap in Lagos as well, and some smile on our face. But before we go, I want to thank Bolo Money for his time on the show today.
Let's go to it. Maybe while I'm rapping, they can score the second goal as well. We'll definitely get to do it.
All right. We'll leave you with highlights from what is going on in Turin, the ATP Finals, the season-ending tournament in tennis. We'll leave you with pictures from what is going on right there, and I urge you to enjoy the rest of your day. Join us again tomorrow for another edition. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.